Hi guys, I'm Tommy and this is my mom. And today we're gonna be making puff puff. So first thing you have to do is you have to wash your hands first.
So Tommy is having this to wash her hand. I'm helping her. She has to wash her hand, though she has already washed her hand with soap. But I'm just showing you that she has to wash her hand. So I'm going to pour this water away and get a new fresh water. So she's going to show you the ingredient. For you to make a puff-puff, Nigerian puff-puff, you have to get a flour. This is a flour, they call it all-purpose flour. So you can get one bag, you can get a smaller bag. So this is sugar. You need sugar. Then you need to get yeast. So ideally you should get active dry yeast. Active dry yeast. Because you have to put this inside the flour. Then you need your water. Some people use egg, but I don't use egg. So I'm not going to use egg here. So the only ingredient I'm using to make this puff-puff today is flour,
sugar, water, and yeast.
So I'm talking about flour, all-purpose flour. I'm using dry yeast. I'm using sugar, and I'm using water. Now I'm about to start. So you can use any method to measure the quantity of what you want to make. So I'm using this cup as my own measuring gauge. Because it's so easy, so you don't need to measure, like it depends on you anyway. So Tony is going to make 1 cup for me. I'm not making 1 cup anyway. I'm going to do 2 cups. So this is 1 cup. This is 2nd cup. So I'm making 2 cups. The reason I'm making 2 cups is because when you get the flour and you put the yeast and you put the salt and sugar, some people used to put salt, but I'm not putting salt. I'm using sugar. When you mix the yeast, the flour, the sugar, and the water together, then we have to cover it for some time to rise. So when something rises, that is when you're going to start frying. So I don't know how you eat sugar. It depends on the quantity of sugar you like. But I will let Tommy put the sugar inside this cup. That's number 1, 2 spoons, 3 teaspoons, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm putting 7. It depends on you. I don't know how you like sugar. Some people want their house to be so sweet. Some they don't like it sweet because of diabetes. But so this is what I'm doing.
That's 7 spoons of sugar.
So Tommy has already washed her hand. See, I'm trying to mix it up. So I'm going to use only 1 yeast. So I'm going to allow Tommy to do that, but I just want to cut one of the yeast for her because we have 3 here. I'm sorry, we need something to cut this. Okay. So we're using 1. Okay, you can pour it inside. Just
Make sure you got everything in there.
So all the 1 yeast is inside.
Okay.
So she's going to stir it with her hand dry. Mix it dry.
You're gonna mix it dry first before you put water inside.
Mix it very well. So it depends on how you like sugar, as I said earlier. So I'm going to taste it and see if it is okay a little bit. It is a little bit sweet. If I want to do it, I will put 2 more or 3 more spoons. Not that maybe I like sugar, but you know we're going to mix it with water, so you may not feel the sugar. So I'm going to put 3 more to make 10 spoons. 3. So making 10. So Tommy is going to mix it. So she's mixing it dry now. So now you have the flour mixed with the active yeast and then mixed with the sugar. So this is what you have mixed together. You see, you can't differentiate it. Everything is mixed together. Now I'm going to help her to start putting small water. Let me start. I want to teach you people so that you know how to do it. So I'm going to wash my hand. This is a new water. So I'm washing my 2 hands. I've already used soap to wash my hand. So for learning purpose, so I want to do it, and Tomisi will continue. Because if I don't mix it very well, it may stop the rising, you understand? So, and it might stop the something not to come out very good. So that's why I want to help her to rise, to do it, to mix it first. So Tommy will be putting small water inside. To see, can you put small water? Small. Keep doing, keep going, keep going, keep going. When it's enough, I will tell her. Because if it is too watery, it will be okay, stop. See what I'm doing? I'm mixing it. You see the way I'm doing it? I'm using my hand to squeeze it together. Like you can use a mixer if you have a mixer. But this is African way.
I think the amount of water you need is like 2 cups of water.
So I still need water. You know, you can use, I gauge it, or I don't know. So, or you want to use a cup. But the only thing is, you know, you want to make it like a loaf, like a dough.
Like a dough, yeah. Like a dough.
Yeah, you don't want the water to be too much.
Yeah.
You see what I did? And I'm using my hand to squeeze it. You see, I'm using my hand to squeeze it. Because the way you mix it is going to give you the texture
of how the puff-puff is
going to come out. You see? Now, I don't need no more water. I may still need water, but see, I have to do it so hard with my hand. It's like you are using a big mixer, something like a mixer, using a mixer to mix it. So I'm using all my power, my energy to mix it. So now it's mixed very well. No crump, nothing. So it's smooth. So I need small water because to me it's too hard. You see, because I'm not making bread, so I'm making puff-puff, so it's too hard.
You gotta get it soft.
Soft, so it's soft now. So please, can you put a little more water in there? Yes. Just small water. More. That's okay. You see?
Not that much.
Not that much.
It's gonna just like feel like slime a little bit. You know, like slime. You know how soft slime are? That's how you're gonna do it.
So I'm mixing it now. So I didn't put too much water initially, because if you put too much water, you're still going to have like a crumb inside. It's not going to mix very well. So like now, everything is so soft. Did you see? See the texture now, the consistency. So did you see?
Do you guys see how soft it is?
How soft and smooth it is. So So now I'm done. So the next thing is I will leave it and cover it up
for the yeast
to rise before I can start to fry it.
How long do you think it's gonna take for it to rise?
So it depends. Like Tomisin writes, good question. It might take like an hour or two. It depends, so you can just try and check. So I'm going to cover it up. That's why I didn't make so much. So we'll keep checking. When we check, we'll make a video so that you can see.
So right
So
now,
look at the way it is. You see the way it looks? See the way it looks?
Don't mind the messy place. So right now I'm gonna set a timer for like an hour.
So maybe Tommy can just go again. Come over. You can just try and summarize what we just did now. So from the flour.
Okay, so the ingredients you need are flour, sugar, yeast, and water. So the first thing you're gonna do is pour the flour, then the sugar, and then the yeast. After that, you're gonna put water. You're gonna mix it up dry first before putting water inside. After that, you're gonna put water inside and make sure it's soft like slime. You know how soft slime is. So you're gonna get it soft like that, and then after that, you're gonna cover it for at least an hour or two to make the yeast, to make sure the yeast rise it up. So yeah. So right now I'm just gonna set like timer for like an hour, so we know. And I'm gonna get back to you guys when it's done. Guys, I forgot to tell you, you gotta cover it up. So right now I'm using the grocery bag, or what do you call it? I'm using it to cover it. Because you gotta cover it so, like I said, the yeast can rise up. I'm just showing you I'm covering mine. You make sure it's covered and there's no hole and you don't want any hair to get in it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm covering it. As you can see, I covered it just now. And like I said, I already set the timer, so make sure you set your timer for around an hour or two. And then you come check on it and see if it rose up or something like that. So we're gonna get back to you guys after the timer is done. So yeah. I'd say that you guys can also use what is it called? You can also use foil paper to cover it. But I can't find my foil paper thing right now, so that's why I'm using my other bag. And if you leave it too open, they look for something, it's gonna mess up. So you gotta cover it first after finishing. So yeah. So guys, it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. This is how the flour should look like. It should be risen up like that. And we already put the oil inside the pot already. You need pot, not a fry pan. You need a pot for it. So you gotta heat up the oil, and it should be vegetable oil you use.
See, I've washed my hand. Just start putting on the fire. Because see what I'm doing here. Look at the way I'm taking it, getting it. Look.
She's like putting her hand into circles and then pressing it out. As you can see, she's putting her hand in circles and just putting in there.
I can use spoon, but spoon is not going to give you the real shape.
And you can also use like an ice cream scooper, because it's gonna give it the circle shape that you need.
Tommy is going to use that for you. Tommy is going to use that for you.
But I prefer using the hand more. It's gonna give it the shape that you need, like my mom said. As you can see.
See the way I'm doing this scooping? I'm doing this scoop like that. Then one more. And Tommy is going to do the rest. So I'm done. I'm going to wash my hand.
I'm not gonna pop. So this is how it looks. This is how it's looking. It's not done yet. This is how it's just looking.
I don't want to get burned, so then I light the fire.
So this is it. And
These are remaining. Okay. These are remaining. Put them there.
so we didn't put a lot of sugar inside this one, so it's not that sweet. But it depends on the quantity of the sugar you want to put inside. So guys, as you can see, this right now is getting done a little bit. It's getting done. But the thing you gotta do is like, you gotta reduce the heat. You gotta reduce it so it doesn't get burnt. So yeah. So this is how it's coming along right now. But warning, do not put water inside the oil, because it's gonna burn you. Do not put water inside the oil. Okay, so now it's done and we're taking it out of the oil. You gotta let the oil drain. So you need a tissue inside your thing. Like, see, you need tissue so the oil can drain inside. And this is how it looks. This is how it looks. As you can see, she's putting it in here. Look how that looks. So yeah. So look. This is it. Look how delicious that looks.